Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Bavarian and this is Rey Adelfonso of Asturias, a man that we have disappointed, I would say. I think that is a very fair assessment, that we have disappointed 5 years ago when we joined his war and lost a battle, went deep into the red numbers and then peaced out. In all fairness, I do think that this was what kept our realm stable, but since then he has fought and he had to fight all on his own, for the safety of course, himself, his crown, his wife, which is our sister, and our nieces and nephews. And I do think that we will get involved. It is actually quite the interesting civil war, in the sense that we have Duke Roderico II Patrones, and honestly, he's a good man. Yes, he is a fornicator, but who is without fault? He is gregarious, diligent, patient, he speaks Euskara, Hochdeutsch, Romance. He clearly is very interested in being a good person. Whereas he, I mean, he is deeply in debt, he is having a very difficult time. But listen, none of this determines whether they are in the right or in the wrong. I will be aiding my ally and I will protect my sister if I can. Whether we can is doubtful to begin with. Yes, we have many troops, but he in particular, he has bowmen, pikemen, onagas. They counter us quite well with these bowmen and with these pikemen, as we have a very horse-heavy army right here. Now, I could shift this around, I could change my men-at-arms setup, and ideally you would do that. Maybe you would even hire, you know, some mercenaries that have just what you need, but I will not be doing any of this, because this is one of those things that would be very meta. I would rather lose a fight and lose it for the, you know, for good basically, finally lose it entirely, than actually go on and min-max there. I am very eager to see whether we can fight together with the Asturians once we have replenished our men-at-arms. Now, there are a couple of other decisions, and I want to make one right now. Burkhard here, yes, he is at war with, you know, a lot of his realm. I mean, honestly, it's not that much of his realm. Holland, then we have Kent, we have Cornwall right here, we have Ulster right over there, and they are at war with England. But the core of England actually has been incredibly steady. They support him as a king, and with that, I think we can view him as a good king. And Prince Piaris Fakirs will be promised to Beyond Girth right here. They will make a good marriage, and hopefully this means that we can tackle Brittany eventually together. I will also now talk to the topic of Marquise Ida. Marquise Ida of Toulouse. Well, it's difficult. It is very difficult. She is our friend, but she clearly is absolutely depraved. This is depravery beyond anything else. We know our friend here, and our friend is an intelligent woman, a woman that very much has her own agency. You know, some people around her with a seemingly feeble-minded modifier try to sort of move her into this direction where it is her father, the mastermind behind everything. But we don't believe this. We believe that Marquise Ida needs to come around. She needs to realize the sins that she has committed, and until then, I will not treat her as a friend. I will put Consul Gervais of Narbonne onto my council. I will not heed her advice. Marquise Ida, I need you to realize who you are and who you are not. She has a 0% chance, now that I've removed her, of actually accepting me revoking it. This would be a civil war, which is why I won't be doing it right now. We will deal with Asturias, and then we will move on. Now, the other topic that is directly attached to Ida, I'm not talking about the inheritance at all, that is not something my character worries about. The other topic is Roi Louis III. And isn't this interesting? They are a pair, they are a couple, they're still married, he hasn't acted against her to any degree, and he's excommunicated. Who knows where he comes in all of these machinations? I most certainly regret joining these wars. I would have liked to roleplay into taking the fame hit if you know, reject the call to arms, because he is an excommunicated man, and I'm not a zealous man, but I don't support somebody that has been kicked out of the church. We will not be aiding Italy unless he were to come around as well. There is a lot of repenting that has to be done, and currently none of it has been done. So let's just basically wait, let's just let our men-at-arms refresh, and then we try to help Asturias, then we try to help England, and then we look towards our very own vassal. We look towards Marquise Ida. Let's hope that a civil war won't be necessary. Let's hope that she breaks it off so that I can pardon her crimes, but we'll see. We will see. And there you go. This alliance, of course, is very important. It is an alliance that we could utilize against the heathens, and hopefully it is an alliance that can bring us glory rather than the downfall that the alliance with Asturias has brought us. Now, I would like to aid here, but I kind of need to wait for some more money. Going into debt immediately will give us a battle malice that we can't afford. But I have to tell you, I am not confident. I am downright very displeased with the minute-arms setup here. I'm not sure that we can actually win this, but yeah, we'll see. We will figure it out. Ooh, and what is this? We do have a court event. It is Elizabeth Lopez de Béar. From my throne I hear the visceral cries of my son Louis and the sounds of a struggle. Promptly bolting up and racing down the hallway, I skide to a stop when I see my kinswoman Elizabeth restraining the poor lad with one arm and awkwardly clutching a book with the other. I barely have time to bark a demand for explanation when both begin blurting out their version of events. Louis refuses to allow me to read him my masterpiece in the art of diplomacy, cries the tutor. I've heard this dreary book 1,000 times, Louis protests. It's so boring. She is not bad at diplomacy, but she is a drunkard, and our son Louis Fakir is here. Oh, Louis, wait a minute. First of all, I will have you... There you go. I will educate you myself. Screw it. He was being educated by Ida. I hereby revoke Ida's responsibilities. Louis, trust that Elizabeth knows best. I could be forming a friendship with Elizabeth. I could be forming a rivalry with Louis. I will not spend any money. Obviously, I will not be buying it. I don't have that money. This is completely out of the question. And perhaps the lad should learn something else. I could form a friendship with Louis. You know what? I do feel like I have been missing out on educating Louis, because ultimately, well, I have had him in education with one of the greatest incestuous plagues of this realm. Maybe Louis should learn something else. And I believe this may have actually turned us... Nope, didn't turn us into friends, but he and I now have a highly, highly positive opinion of one another. You know what? I can live with that. That makes a lot of sense. We've always been very personal when it comes to our children, and taking care of our son there is one of those examples. Now, he invites us into this war. This is a war where the Duke of Kent is pushing his very own claim. They are brothers. Yeah, brother wars. We have known those as well. I will without a doubt aid you. I will without a doubt aid you. And here we have something dangerous. I think he will actually challenge the armies of the King of Asturias. And I'm not there yet. We are far away, of course, still replenishing here. Yeah, he's going to challenge him and he's going to succeed, isn't he? See, I was hoping that we could unify with this army in time, but that is going to be a very disastrous battle. Now, this is also disastrous. This Catholic uprising was against an excommunicated ruler, and they failed. They absolutely failed. And Italy, under this disastrous Louis III, is now building themselves up. And yeah, they are... Are they catching them? I'm actually not quite sure. Oh, they got away. Oh, and now you're defending in the mountains. I mean, it's better than nothing, but let me tell you right now, you're gonna die. This battle. Rey Adelfonso, just don't get captured, okay? I will be by your side in no time. Do not get captured, however. Okay, he didn't get captured. That is a good step right there. Daughter learns language. You learned Provençal. I like it. She learned it from Savarix de Poitou. Can't say I know that fella, but that's okay. Is there anything else that we need to do? We have a lot of alliances. Don't really care for it. I could imprison her rightfully. We're going to worry about that in due time, of course. Prince Vela, let me actually roll the dice for you. I rolled a 3, so that means we're doing martial education 1, 2, 3. As you do, we start with the second green one, and then we go around the clock, and there you go. Now, it does make sense that he would get a martial education because we are currently very martial-minded. It is a part of the very existence of this realm that we must now defend our borders, that we must defend the people around us, and I feel like you will simply grow up underneath one of my knights. You will be underneath the leadership of Berengui, and we're going to see how you come out. Berengui is one of my knights, and you shall experience what it means to, you know, see the front. Maybe learn a couple of things. Where are you going? Are you going to siege me? That would be hilarious. That would be very funny to me. But you will have to see. I think we will unify with this army. I'm just worried that we will basically, I mean, just go bankrupt, right? Once I get my troops, once I actually raise them, aren't we just looking at a lot of cost here? Look at this. The max military maintenance. This is a predicted military expense when you have all forces raised and at full strength. Oh, that is terrible. -10. Yeah, wow, we would run out of money in no time whatsoever. You know what, let's accrue a bit more money. Do I have anybody in prison that I could sell? Could fire, technically, the court tutor, but I don't think that is worth it. Ah, we have an army and we can't afford it. We'll see. Haunted house. In a nearby settlement I'm visiting, I see a house at the edge of town. The windows are broken and the walls look like they're crumbling and could fall apart at any moment. Weeds and vines are all over the building grounds, and the overall atmosphere is quite ominous. No one's lived here for many decades. One of the local elders explains to me when asked about it. It's certain to be haunted by the spirits of past inhabitants, so no one dares to go in there save for a few foolhardy morons who always come out changed for the worse. I could go in, and there's a 45% chance that I get cursed. I will make sure to stay away from it then. You know, I don't think I'm very adventurous. I'm not afraid or cowardly, but I'm not very adventurous. I'm just, you know what? Nah. I don't need to be in there. Oh, and look at that. He won the war against our nephew. Will he? Oh, I think he already... Yeah, he revoked Lusignan. And with that, Conde Gil Alvarez has been taught a lesson. I think that is the only way that I can really describe this. He has been taught a lesson. And you are sieging some of my land. You are... How dare you? How dare you siege my land? I am so unhappy about our circumstances. He at least, okay, he released him. That is quite good. This war's over. He won it. Our friend, our king in England won this war. He revoked him. He is missing one eye, but he didn't do anything. You know what? That is responsible. Prince Asna II, that is responsible of you. You didn't do anything terrible to my nephew and to your cousin, so that was a decent war, I suppose. I will wait. I will wait a few more months, but I'll be honest with you, I really hate these circumstances. Piares comes of age. He is an astute intellectual. They grow up fast. Good. That means he can marry, and yeah, I mean, why not, right? Absolutely. My friend Roi Louis has perished, and with that we have Roi Hildebert of Italy in charge. He's of course French as well. He is losing this war. Isn't that interesting? Technically, of course, I am a part of this. He himself is 1.12k. He is 917 troops. Not looking too bad. It is not looking too bad for these freedom fighters, but Hildebert himself is in control. I am not very positive towards him, but he likes me a lot. He is very much positive towards me. Juan Mare Ida of Italy, the mother of the King of Italy, of course, that is a decent title. Now, you can see both of these, so both of the sons will definitely have their possessions outside of Aquitaine once she dies, but she's only 47. She doesn't need to die tomorrow, and she hasn't repented yet. Ah, God, I hate it. I really do. And they lost this siege. Listen, I am not too sure what to do here. If they start sieging Zaragoza, maybe I should challenge them just with my army. I'm not certain whether we should challenge just with our army or whether we should unify with our ally. Oh, but I smell danger. I smell danger. They are going to intercept our allies. We are losing mad money. Consul Gervais, I will keep you in power here, and we will try to meet up with our ally. First of all, heart of the family, absolutely. Sounds perfect. Close family opinion goes up. That sounds like something that our character would want. This, we may be too late. I may already be too late. Claim of convenience. My wife Regina Facchio eagerly brings a woman before me. My Erege, allow me to introduce you to Agnes. Claim into the Condor of Astorga. Agnes bows before me and says, it's an honor. My lady, sadly, Astorga will most likely remain outside of my grasp without a beneficiary on my side. Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? I will not help you. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. No, listen, my wife, do you not see that we have other issues to deal with? And we will go into debt yet again. Minus 8.6. It is truly a bad endeavor here, but I need to get this. I need to deal with this in the name of my vassal, not my vassal, my apologies, of my ally in Asturias. Zaragoza is now under siege. Come on, we need to challenge them. 4,000 against 2,000. Surely we could defeat them. I need the King of Asturias to take me over there and to deal with them. I really want to win this war in his name, but I don't want to be indebted for the rest of my life yet again. Maybe a wide peace will be enough. I mean, I don't know. They're sieging my lands now, which is just disastrous. Ooh, what is this? The Kaisites. They're defending against the March of Aragon. Wait a minute. The March of Aragon? Oh, right. Oh, no. In the name of the March of Aragon. Yes, okay, I see. For the March of Aragon. So he is going for this location right here. For this duchy. I mean, good luck to you. I don't know whether you can do it, but I hope that you can. He has enough troops, it seems. The siege of Zaragoza was lost. Ah. See, I thought about this before I started recording. Duke Roderico II Patroines is a good person. He is a pretty good character. He's a good ruler, quite frankly. He speaks Euskara, Hochdeutsch, Vernaculo. He has a foreign language limit of 9, which is just insane. But him sieging my lands is a miscalculation. These lands are utilized to fight off the Muslims to the south. He is weakening our defense, as he is weakening the defense of Asturias against the Muslims as well. I don't think he would be a good king. Now, we are an imposter. I will just make some confessions here. I think that is fine. And with that, we are underneath the limit yet again. Are we sieging this? Yes, we are. Meaning I at least get this money. So it could be significantly worse. It's, we get 4 loot. God, okay. You know, it's still terrible. Well, as this war is going on, I will hold court. Maybe one of my vassals comes along and says, hey, listen, I got money for you. I beg you, my dear vassals, would you like to do this? Let's take a look at what is going on in the realm. We have Lope II and Mayor Louisa. My liege, Mayor Louisa's voice is severe. I request that we launch an investigation about an infamous preacher in Carcassonne. You see, this preacher is, well, she's a woman. That is not in accordance with our faith. Lope interjects Louisa's speech by raising his hand and taking a step forward. Brother, my Louisa is correct in her assessment. That is the preacher's only flaw. Everything she teaches is in accordance with our faith. There's not even a choice to be made. I will agree with my brother. Absolutely. I could employ her as a high almoner. I don't think I'm going to do that. I will simply say we need more people to spread the word of God. Preacher loved by the peasants. A beloved but unconventional preacher is living in this county, caring for the peasants in this region. Yeah, no, I love it. Absolutely. A haggard-looking peasant now stands in front of me. My lord, I beg for your help. A monster prowls in the forest of Périgueux, killing cattle and farmers alike. Few have seen it, but the mangled remains of its poor victims leave no doubt. It's clearly a huge wolf, as bloodthirsty as few have ever been seen. Please, send your strongest hunters and save us from its voracious jaws. I don't have that money. I shall fell the beast myself. Well, would I fell that beast myself? I don't see it. Physically speaking, I mean, I'm fairly old at this point already, I guess. I do think that basically we might just say I can't deal with that, sorry. I cannot deal with it right now. I have other things on my mind and you come here with a wild beast. Just stay indoors, okay? Then again, it is unjust. We are not very glory-oriented. I don't think I would go and fell the beast myself. I'll pay for it. Okay, I will pay for the safety of my vassals as much as mechanically speaking it pains me to do. Alright, my lord, my name is Roger and I'm an ambassador of our ally, Prince Jacques. Prince Jacques from France, he lost his title. I bring you his friendly greetings and an offer. My liege values your friendship above all. As a sign of a goodwill, he sends you this child, his daughter Stephanie, to educate as you please. My lord hopes that this gesture will strengthen our alliance and is confident that Stephanie will be in great hands. Interesting. Maybe Prince Jacques is planning a comeback. Maybe he wants to return to the French throne and he's securing my alliance so that I will come to his aid. I could come to his, I could educate him there. Let me check. Comes my ward. Do I have a free ward slot? I do actually. Interesting. A betrothal. Oh, that is interesting. Wait a minute. Vela de Cominges. They are at a decent age, I think, right? 7 and 7 indeed. It's not his only child. I don't think I will expect a betrothal. I think we failed aiding him. Ooh, wow, that is a massive, massive stress loss. Are you kidding me? That is an insane stress loss because I'm a diplomat. You know what? I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. We already have alliances anyway. I think there's nothing wrong with it. He would also want a betrothal anyway. And maybe this is a Rega Asna saying, I still stand by your side even if you failed. I accept. Anyway, this was, it was nothing here that gave me money. Sad. That would have been huge for us. And instead, here we are. Still very much losing money. Still very much in the red yet again. Come on, please. Challenge them. I beg you. Oh my god. We will never challenge them. We will never challenge them. I've been corresponding with Yojo Regiko Nagusi, Konda Anfos, and I must say that I've come to see you in a new light. That is nice. Okay, so you gain opinion. Wouldn't want to join me though. -5. You are close. You are very close. You wouldn't want to be educated by anybody, right? No, -11. Honestly, that is very, very close for the fact that we are a foreign court indeed. Interesting. Maybe if I promise you Louis Fakir, I could do a matrilineal marriage, of course. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. We can't actually get that through, but we would like an... Seriously? You are kidding, right? This is why you did this entire betrothal nonsense? What are you claiming? Wait a minute. What are you claiming in this war? If this is... I swear to God. Carloman's dagger. I feel like Prince Jacques, after losing, and yeah, this is clearly a bug where it just disappears, but after losing his title in France, he's clearly lost his mind. He thinks that is an important matter. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, and we are ill. Eleanor, please do no more than what is necessary. She says I am merely under the weather. And things look fine. Okay, yeah, don't let me die. I don't think I'm ready to die at all as a character. We are in a situation where I want to live. I need to see so many things through, and everything I'm seeing through right now is just dead. Yeah. Asturias deserves it, okay? Asturias deserves it. Right. The choice is up to my wife. Let's take a look. Oh, no. Reduce disease symptoms. Okay, Fakir may live another day. I've arrived in Carcassonne to pay homage. Ida. She hasn't broken it off. She hasn't broken it off. I mean, I do respect her as a vassal. But I think, and this is one of the very few cases where we'll actually do this. I think the creeping suspicion that she shouldn't be in power has been very prevalent, has been prevalent for years now. Since this episode started, 2 years, 2.5 years have passed. And Ida hasn't become any more deserving of her titles, of the obligations, of the responsibilities and the rights that she has. I will not accept her oath of fealty. I think we may be looking towards revoking a few titles here and there. Your scraping means nothing to me. You do not deserve to be in power. Could we please just go and... Yes, yes, yes. Don't siege this. Just... Oh my god, what are you doing? What are we doing? Oh, man. His attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillory. When the man begged for water, Louis immediately promised to bring it and soon returned from a nearby well. Louis, that is a good attribute of yours. To be compassionate. Nothing wrong with that. Are we just gonna be standing here? We're just gonna be standing here? Is that really what we're gonna be doing? Just lose money? An equal battle. I am 1 year in debt. More commander traits, higher quality. Defending in hills, more soldiers, more men-at-arms, counter. If he can't do it, then I will deal with it. Will we arrive before they siege it down? I think we will. Nephew has been taken prisoner. Infante Lope, right. I saw the Breton raiders right here. We do need to deal with that threat. That is something that we can't forget. We are deeply indebted to, well, everything. But you know what? Please, I beg of you. If he can't force a decision, if he is as indecisive as he is, then I will make it happen. I will not see my people imprisoned and under threat of death in my territory. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to challenge you there. That is just ridiculous. This will be an eternal stalemate. Why can't you just... Why can't you just... white piece it, huh? Uraka has been born. That is good. Welcome to the world, Uraka. I can ask my head of faith for money. Please. I beg of you. Give me money. I can ransom Condessa Froiluva. Who are you? Ah, we imprisoned her in just one of the recent sieges. You know what? Ooh, first of all, children lack guardians. You are the daughter of my player. I believe he should also be the one to bring you up. Absolutely. Belasquita de Cominges. First of all, let me roll for this. She got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. And then we have Belasquita. Belasquita is my own child, of course, my daughter. She can be brought up by my wife. And I will roll for you as well. What do we get? We got a 1, meaning that you just get a diplomacy focus. There you go. That is good for you. That clearly works. And fascinatingly, we will actually be out of debt We need to be out of debt desperately so that I can repair the crown of Vasconiaco. It would be disastrous if that crown was destroyed, but here's the way I see this. Once the Pope gives me money, we will challenge them. We will challenge them right here. Betrothal fulfilled. You have given me money, and now we march. A servant of the Horned God. Wait a minute. As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Asna? I sit up, suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar woman's voice, but they are only shadows. The Horned God offers you his blessing. Will you accept it? Somebody's trying to turn me into a witch. Oh my god. Nobody has ever attempted to recruit me. In all my hours of CK3, that has never happened. Now, listen, I'm not going to accept this. I will not accept this. I want nothing to do with this begone demon. But you know what this means? This means that Asna will start a witch hunt. Without a doubt, Asna will start a witch hunt. Somebody entered the king's own rooms in an attempt to recruit him for a witch circle. I'm going to investigate this. I'm going to find out about this, and I will punish whoever did it. We have been completely ran over by this. And I don't think necessarily, by the way, that this is... I mean, the game depicts it as pure Satanism, sure, whatever, or, well, witchcraft. I think we can interpret this as a secret circle, wanting to run a kingdom, and I will stop it. You've studied the Euskara language. Very good. Very, very good indeed. He has learned Euskara. Impressive. Send my regards indeed. I could... yeah, why would I insult him? There's no reason to do this. I'm not a person to insult people, okay? We don't do that here. I will challenge you. I will challenge them here and now. This would be ideal. Yeah, we're not even in the mountains. Ah, and they get away. That sucks. Oh, but he... Might he run into my vassals? I think we may have him here. Oh, we have him. Let's see whether we can win this. Please, I beg you. We need to win this so that we can end this damn war. And then I can deal with the internal issues, with Brittany, with all of the nonsense around us. Please. Oh my god, we're losing it. You are kidding me. We're losing it. I'm glad to be well again. I am so distraught. And we lost our commander. Gervais was slain in battle. I am inconsolable. The war in England ended. And I cannot, for the life of me, win the war of Asturias. I lost my best commander. Oh, but they got challenged by my vassal by accident. Wait a minute. No, that's not by accident at all. How did you make it here? Wait a minute. Where are these troops coming from? He doesn't have that many troops. He must be fighting with my vassal together, I believe. Oh yeah, look at that. He got caught in the crossfire of my vassal of Montpellier. And then, of course, him. So Montpellier and Zamora just cleaned it up. And if I'm not mistaken here, Zamora is simply a vassal, I guess. Wow. White piece. So, yeah, this war's over. The war's over. We have a lover secret. Listen, we can look at that later. Asturias is won. Asturias has been protected. All of these wars look good. Not that I need to get involved with this one. Obviously, I wouldn't get involved with this one. We have a witch circle somewhere in our lands. We must deal with it, but Asturias currently is safe. We have traitors in our realm. Asturias is safe, which is very, very important to me. The traitors in our realm must be addressed. Brittany, who savagely pillaged Asturias, you can still see him. He's still in prison. My nephew is in prison. Imprisoned by the Bretons. We must deal with all of that. We will start doing that in the very next episode. And I think that if anybody is trying to undermine the realm, if anybody is completely disastrous enough to be a witch, to practice witchcraft, it has to be Juan Merida. At which point, we are looking at way more serious charges. Not just personal disappointment, no. We would be looking at potentially beheading her. Either way, this has been absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, and look at that. Zentulo. We now have a new Primas. Primas Zentulo of Aquitaine. Okay, he's your skull. That's quite nice. Vladislav died. Allied combatant died. Captured, right. Girard got captured. That is, of course, saddening, but what can you do? This was a hell of a turn of events. I'll see you in the next episode. For the moment, later. Alligator.